Peace, peace, peace. What's poppin', my weebles? It's your boy Sincere Seven coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, the pad. You know what I'm saying? Detroit edition for sure, representing the House of Genesis. So I came here to have some fun. Let me just say that straight up. I came here to have some fun, but I'm gonna talk serious in a fun way. So I'm laughing, but I'm very serious. But we having fun. Poly. Y'all know I've been poly, like I said, since I was 16. It's a very serious subject. I was poly before it became a fucking culture or a lifestyle that people are now just throwing something on, which is okay with me. But I'm just saying that, like, nah, this was something that's been in my family for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? My children who are adults now say that the best years of their lives was when their parents were in poly relationships. So it's something that's very dear to me, and so therefore, now that it's become a subject in our social, you things like that, is like, um, so anyway, so now that it's become a subject, is like, okay, well, shit, like I can talk about that, right? And so now, let me be very clear. What sparked this discussion was something that I thought, and it wasn't what I thought, but it still is very much active in our community. So I just want to say that for the person who sparked it, okay? There was some type of post that had some dude, and it said that he is finally admitting that he is not with monogamy and that he's going to live a polygynous life and this, that, and the other. So I just reposted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I don't know who the dude is. So there was a chick who pops on, and she said something to the fact that, like, yeah, this don't surprise me. He kind of give off some bi vibes or something like that. And so I was like, and when I seen it, the first thing that I thought was another man who realizes his value. Okay, that's how I seen it. I think that we are ahead of our time, poly men, and that anytime you're ahead of your time, people don't understand what's actually going on. And so I'm like, yo, that's what's up. A man who has finally realized his value and his power. Now, let me be clear. Saying, oh, I'm poly doesn't mean that you are powerful. But realizing that you can maintain an honest, responsible, open poly relationship. And I mean open, like you not sleeping with her and then 2 weeks later telling her I'm poly. Like, no, really. And holding that type of relationship is a power dynamic. And when you realize who and what you are, it's something that you're willing to step into. So when I see men step into that dynamic, I'm like, okay, there we go. Another man who realized who he is, right? It's like, yo, he found his strength. He's found, like, right? And so, boom, when she said that, it was like, damn. And I was thinking to myself, being in the works that I'm in, I am honored to be a part of witnessing women step into their power. The majority of my clients are women. So I constantly see women find that healing, find that power, find that realization, find those things that make them go, what the fuck am I doing? No, this is not who I am. This is who I am. And then flourish and blossom. And when those women find their power, find their knowledge, find who they are, they're congratulated. They're supported. They're like, yes, girl, get up there. I know, flaunt. Oh, twerk. Oh, this. Oh, yeah. Do what's good for you. Leave that family and that nigga and go out and do what's good for you. Yes, figure out you are the power. Do what's good for you. It's always motivational and inspirational no matter what they do. Side note, this ain't what it's about right now, but I'm going to say, I have witnessed individuals as women do what if men did, they would be crucified, disrespected, and belittled for And yeah, they be telling them to twerk. Hey, stop it, Miss Bliss. You know damn well when women get to feeling good and girl, I divorced that nigga, got that dead weight up. Girl, girl in the club, twerk it, girl, twerk. Say it don't be. Cause I be the one that be twerking on. Like, hell yeah, fuck it. No, but for real. But on some G shit. Tell me I'm wrong though. Like when y'all find your power, no matter what you do. I left that nigga, I left the family, I left this, I left that job, I figured out who I am. I went and got me a young nigga, I went and got me an old nigga, I went and got me a nigga who can cook, I went and got me a nigga who care about me, I went and got me a, they brag on whatever the fuck it is that they did, that they got that dead weight off and that they found themselves. And now that they are realizing who they are and I ain't even scared and ooh, what's this one where it's like, I'm going to realize celebrate my sexuality. I ain't got to be scared. Women have been put down and scared to be sexual so much. I'm going to do like, and I'm going to do right. And it's okay. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not knocking none of that shit. I'm one of them who congratulate. Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah. Do that. Get it in. Handle that. Learn that. Feel that. But when a man says, wait a minute, bruh. I've been working 12 years, day and night, sweat, blood, and tears, taking care of these women, taking care of these children, taking care of this house, providing, protecting, educating. Man, this woman don't appreciate me. She out here doing this, that, and the other. Man, fuck that shit. I'm out of here. I'm going to do what's best for me. You not going to let me take my kids? Okay, fuck it. I'm moving to Oklahoma. And you set up and you get a new life and you get to live in, and the women start tearing you down. Hold on. Then you realize, wait a minute. I was taking care of one ungrateful motherfucker, trips, bags, purses, cars, blah, 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 blah. Man, it's women out here who are suffering, who don't have nobody to just provide the basics, who don't have nobody to just protect, who has to lead their children. And they say, I can do that shit with multiple. I'm going to take on the role of 2 or 3 men. I realize I'm poly. I like having more than one woman. I like having access to multiple women. I like the different energies where I can lead this one and support this one and help her start a business. But when I get with this one, she just rub me and hold me and just lets me know everything is good. But when I get with this one, we have fun and we laugh and we joke and they all different. And I can't get with that, with this and this. So I'm realizing I can support and provide all of what they need and most of what they want. And the same thing that I was doing for this one. So I'm going to be poly. I'm going to raise multiple households of children, support multiple women, right? And flourish in my power the way I know that I am. I found my power as a king. And what happens? They discouraged, they attacked, they ridiculed, they talked about. What you mean? What I know. Like I said, I've been poly since I was 16. I am 46. I've been poly 30 years. I know what people say. You know what I'm saying? That's why when this conversation be going on, I'll be like, dude, I'm jumping in like, hold on, because I know what I'm talking about. This ain't no, oh, I was poly because I had this one chick and then we was with this other chick for 3 months. And no. We talking about 10 plus years, 12 plus, 16 plus, all together that long. Oh, I do this. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. So when I see a man step into his power, when I see a man step into his strength, when I see a man responsibly understand who he is and how he is and steps into that role in a responsible, integrity-based manner, I salute that. I salute that, King. Don't let any women tell you otherwise, because those not the ones that you're here for. Those are the selfish ones. I wish I would. I wouldn't. I couldn't. My woman, and then turn around and tell a woman, I love you, sis. I want for you what I want for. No, they do not. No, they do not. No, they do not. We don't have that type of agape love yet. A lot of people don't even understand that shit yet. Peace, Remy. I see you. Salute. You understand? A lot of people don't understand that, but they can conceive of it when they come to their children. I got 7 children. Somebody told me, I know you got a favorite. Everybody do. And I was like, damn. No wonder y'all can't be poly. How the fuck can I have a favorite? What the fuck am I using them for? Like board pieces? What do you mean a favorite? I don't have a favorite. That's like what's my favorite part of myself? Like none of them. Like I need all parts, right? So I don't have a favorite child. All of them are equally crazy in their own right. All of them are equally smart as fuck in their own right. All of them equally represent and express me in my own right. And all of them equally express some parts of their mothers that I either love or had agitated me in some way. And so it's all meant to do what it's meant to do is keep us moving forward. You understand? I don't have no favorite. Just like when I have, you know what I'm saying, multiple women, I don't have a favorite woman. I have women who match the certain frequency I might be in. If I'm on some studying shit, I'm on some work shit, yo, I want Shorty over here because she be on that shit with me. She be writing the books with me. She be writing with me, right? But then when I finish that and I want to hit the streets, I want to smoke a blunt, you know what I'm saying? Pull a couple corners, which I ain't did some years, but let's just say I get on that. Yo, I want Shorty with me because she know how to bend the block. She know how to play it cool. She know the rules when she out with her dude. You know what I'm saying? No reckless eyeballing, showing all your teeth and all that. A lot of women don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, when I'm doing that shit and I want a woman next to me, that's what hey, babe, I'm about to come scoop you up. You feel me? But sometimes I might be emotional. I ain't got no mom. I'm emotional. I feel some type of way. I might want to cry. I might want to get some shit off my chest. I miss my kids. My baby mama tripping. My other woman goddamn pissing me off. I need somebody to goddamn stroke my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I got a woman who cold as fuck in so many areas, but when it gets to emotions, it's like, sorry about how you feeling. You want a sandwich, nigga? You want some egg? I don't. What the fuck? Like, just hold me and just like, you know what I'm saying? Do that shit you would do to your son and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that. It's coming up, so that means a lot to me. And the women who can do that and embrace me like that and make me feel safe, they important to me. You understand what I'm saying? So for me. But my whole thing is I can pay the cost to be the boss. Because women always say, well, why you can do, but I can't. And I'd be like, you can. You can. I when I do all of this, I supply a home for each one of my women. So if I want to do something, I'm with them. If I want to do something with another woman, I have a home for that. I have another home for that. I'm not going to bring a woman that I'm dealing with to your home that you gave for me, right? Questions. Do the women get along? Okay, Miss Bliss, why you starting shit? Miss Bliss, let me just be like this. Okay, on some real shit. When you find that throuple, as we call them, that throuple, and it works, right? It's a beautiful thing. It is more difficult than finding a proper mate. Think about that. Think about how difficult it is to just find a mate for you. But this is the beauty of poly. Because I'm going to get to that question, Ms. Bliss, but let me just say something real quick. I have adapted, because I was speaking about how my women, okay, I'll be your man, but you know what I'm saying? I'll have multiple women, but I'm going to be your only man. I have adopted past that. I don't need to be the only man. However, if we're going to enter in a relationship and you my woman, but you also have other men, I'm not financially responsible for you at all. Because I came into this to assist women that are out here. It's like there's not enough good men out here, right? To lead, protect, provide for all of this. This is what actually prompted me to go into poly. So if I go into poly and all of my women got multiple men's, they not having a hard time being cared for, taken care of, and all of that. So that's based off our bond. Oh, we rock, we got a bond and all of that. Let's get it, and it is what it is. But you live in your shit. You come see me. You got your own source of everything. So that's a little different. Now, the question of do they get along? So when I had that 12, 14-year run with all of my women, yes. Everybody got along. It was beautiful. Since then, I have been trying to, well, since then, as you know, I went through that 5 years of trying to, no, excuse me. I went through that 5 years of being monogamous to an individual that, you know what I'm saying, violated our contract. I'll say that. So it was like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would I ever do? Like, so let me just say, I will never be monogamous again. I know my value, and that shit was I did not stand in my power. So, with that being said, women women are like the moon cycles. Y'all are led by the moon because of how y'all are 3/4 water, right? And so the cycles of women getting along is like the cycles of the moon, but there's its own internal cycle. So it's not literally the cycles of the moon, but there's a cycle and a season that I have found when, you know what I'm saying, the relationships were strong and founded, where there was a mutual respect. And so women will get to that point where it's like, okay, we've been around each other for a while or a lot, or we've been going here, there, the other, all the kids, me, you, her, them, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I need some, you know what I mean? And might take a couple months off. And it's like, not like no beef, but like just not trying to be involved in. And so for a while, I used to be trying to change, like, why you, oh, no, I've noticed over the last few weeks, you ain't coming and you don't. And I was like, come on. And that would cause problems because really it's just, yo, let me go through my cycle. So for the most part, yeah, most of them get along when it's founded. Now, when you're trying to foundate something like I am now, it's a challenge, and I have not really had enough experiences since being out of that monogamous relationship back into poly. Because my thing be when I'm dating or courting, I'm not like, oh, come on, come meet my woman. Like, no, let's me and you get into a certain rhythm and pattern to make sure we are who we are, and then let, if y'all want to meet, you know what I'm saying, y'all can meet, blah blah blah. And so, you know, I haven't I had enough you know, experiences yet. But, you know, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like, you know, be it that my foundation is 5%, I always say the son of man, you know what I'm saying, is responsible for all of these things. So it's based off my ability to lead. I said that in the beginning, right? And protect. We ain't just talking about protect somebody kick in the door or try to disrespect you. We saying like protecting your integrity, protecting your emotional state, protect like, and it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because individuals will start to feel a certain type of way. They'll start to feel a certain type of way about what's being done, how it's being done, because it's different than they would do it. And they start to feel, you know what I'm saying, the projections go. And so maneuvering all of that is something that is very challenging. This is why I say when a man steps into that role, I see him stepping into his power. Because he's either pressure does two things: either bust pipes or creates records. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you did that shit, like, right. And so if you really feel like you there, this is a challenge. Are you really up for it? Because a lot of people think that that shit that you see, just a dude walking with two chicks, and you just like, oh damn, they just be having threesomes and going on vacations and eating and feeding each other, and then be like, what the fuck, like. Yeah, maybe, you know, during certain points of times, but this is an actual family. Like, people don't understand that it's a family dynamic, right? This is not some cool shit to be doing. Now, some people who are doing it, like, it sounds cool. They want to go through a poly phase, just see what it's like. I heard about it. I know so and so. That sounds cool. Ooh, I want to have a live-in girlfriend. Ooh, I want to have threesomes. Ooh, I want to. If that's what it's really about, then really you could just get on some freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really poly, because that comes with responsibility. Nigga, can you pay for them clothes for them, both of them women? Well, one of them need to get to work and the other one need to get to school. What you doing? You go get them vehicles? You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay for them educations? You gonna, like, I'm I'm old school poly. I'm one of them where again I pay the cost to be the boss. I heard about this new poly where the dudes send the chicks to work and they work and he stay home and play games and this and that. That's what we call pimping. That's what you know what I'm saying. I always say it's the thin line between poly and pimping. People like, oh, you pimping and shit. And I'm like, what you mean I'm pimping? You don't see all them women in there? You see what they doing? Them women is sitting down. If they get up, they're going to get up and grab a baby or do something in the kitchen or go do something with their education. But other than that, they doing what the fuck they want to do. I'm getting up and going out here getting it all day. I'm the one coming back with the money. They talking about, hey, where's, I'm like, here you go, mommy. Here you go. All right, now I need, this ain't enough. Gas bill too. All right, I'll be back. And I'm doing that in 2 or 3 households. I'm going to each household. Here you go. What's pimping about that? What's pimping about that? See, I always say the same thing. Women, they understand their value when they get into poly. You know what I'm saying? Women are valuable. I always say men are the prize, but women are valuable. You find you a poly man that's really got some integrity, nigga, that's a prize. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't here to argue, but I will. You know what I'm saying? That's a prize. You ain't never had a prize you had to pay for. Now, women, they valuable. They like land. They valuable as shit. And if you educated and you got some skill, you got some gift, and you got some know-how, you know how to improve that motherfucking land. Land don't improve itself. It's valuable because it just is. You could plant something in there and make more of little U's. You could plant knowledge, wisdom, education in there and create wealth and finances. A woman is literally land. Anything seeds you plant in her and you motherfucker take care of her and you water her and you keep the weeds away from that motherfucker, she gonna give you back whatever the fuck you put into her. At the rate of how much you poured into her. The more you pour into her, the more she gonna give you back. That's why motherfuckers be arguing with like, oh, you don't like women and all, y'all got me fucked up. No, I just see women differently. I see women as valuable as fuck, but land ain't going to plow itself. This is how I feel about what the Bible said. The Bible said that y'all gonna bleed every month, which means y'all gonna produce seeds. Boom. And if it's not fertilized, you're gonna release it, right? But the man is to what? Plow and to work the land. To what? To prepare for planting the seeds. So we supposed to work. We supposed to get it in. We supposed to earn y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all valuable. What the fuck you want to take some valuable land and give it to a nigga who don't know how to fucking farm? That's where the whole ideology of like these women who just selling themselves for nothing. Just then like when they talking about selling themselves, they talk about their body, but they like, nah, like that's all you're being used for is your body. They don't even realize the power and the value that they have. They think that the power that they have is over men. They have no power over men. You know what I'm saying? The men are trying to utilize them for sexual power. This is a fucking magical battle out here between the battle of the sexes, and the women don't even understand it, and they thinking that their power is in the sex. As soon as you do that, you lost your fucking power. Shit, you don't know what I'm talking about? Let a nigga that like you come around and hang with you and do shit, don't give him no pussy. Keep being nice to him. Treat him nice. Let him know like you feel him too. All that shit. Just don't give him no pussy. Watch how long that shit continue. Back in the day, shit, that shit 3, 4, 5 years. Motherfucker, guess what? I tell you what. You want a pussy, you gotta marry me. I'm a virgin till I'm married. Y'all remember that shit? And the motherfucker be like, shit, bet. That's an investment like a motherfucker. Now let me be very clear. I'm the total opposite. I don't want no virgins. I don't want nothing no close to it. I'm 46 years old. Sure, if you ain't been around the block a few times, I don't know if I could do much with you. You don't have enough experience. You understand what I'm saying? I'm from the military. I'm prior service. So I know the mind of women. Women want to know their options and their choices before they make a decision. You ever seen a woman in the shoe store? She don't buy the first pair of shoes that she motherfucking like that fit. She like the shit out of them. What? Take a woman shoe shopping, niggas. If y'all want to know how to fucking stop being simps, take a woman fucking shoe shopping. Tell me I'm lying if I'm lying, ladies. Let them try on. Like, she gonna see a pair she like. Okay, let's go. You don't want that? No, not yet. Not yet. Boom. She gonna go to 3, 4 more stores. She gonna try all types of ooh, wow, dot, dot, dot. And she might even buy a different pair because it's like, damn, them motherfuckers fit comfortable. With the ones that you seen when we came in, you said you really like, hell yeah, them bitches was dope as fuck. That was like, she never seen the nigga in the club. And she like, shit, I'll give him so hell, he can get it right now. She don't want a relationship with him. I can't wear him every week. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, it good for a motherfucker night. But nah, these motherfuckers, and that's why they come home with the Uggs. The motherfucker be like, are they wearing the motherfucking ugly? Yup, got the ugly one. Because them bitches comfortable as fuck, man. Fuck you talking about? Stop me when I start lying. Okay? So with that being said, women want to know. They want to try. They want to experience. So let them. Let them. And just strive to be, if you really fuck with her, strive to be that experience. Like, show her what you got. Don't hold nothing for later. Let her know this what it is. You get come here, and every now and then this what you can get. Because it ain't gonna be like that every time. And women start to realize that when they start fucking with niggas. Because niggas be putting all in on their first attempt. Me, I don't do that shit. Nah, I'm coming in pretty fucked up. And then I'm gonna work my way up. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them motherfuckers. I like the bolo on the first goddamn thing. Like, damn. Wait a minute, did you? Yeah, oh man, I'm sorry. I think it's just been a minute in my anticipation. Let me just get some pineapple juice and you know what I'm saying? See it. And I want to see how do you respond to that. If we get past that, if you be, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. You stroke my emotions. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right, now we get all out right while to give it a business to show what it really do. Wait a minute. I'm just saying, you feel me? Don't come in like do 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 and have her be like, oh wait, I can't wait till see what's next. And you be like, wait, what's next? I done pulled everything out. Nah, fellas. Start off small and then grow into it. You know what I'm saying? Don't, yeah, listen. Under promise and over deliver. I'm an asshole until you know otherwise. I'm not a good guy. I'm not sweet and caring. And like, he's an asshole. He think he know everything. You gotta get past all that shit first. You gotta know how to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to walk into shit. So they never say, I miss how you was when we first met. No, you get better every fucking week. I love that shit. It seems like you never stop growing, you never stop showing. Yeah. I mean, when I look around at the competition, ain't no need for me to come out with all the motherfucking stops. Shit, I'm gonna educate you for a couple of weeks. Shit. Show off there. Like, ain't nobody competing there. Oh man. But yeah, man, y'all gotta know y'all power, fellas, and step into it. There is no shortage of women who are attracted to men in their power. Don't believe all of these posts about, oh, I never would, and I wish I would, and I couldn't, and they just saying that, oh, they wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you, but they still want to see what you about. You was one of the first pairs of shoes when they walked in. Yeah. Be the pair they go home with, not the pair that they goddamn excited about. You know what I'm saying? Shit, 6 motherfucking bras got that pair. I ain't gonna pick the weird one that ain't nobody really got, but that shit comfortable. That shit go with every outfit. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then they'll put on that fly shit. Well, shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this is in the dating realms. That's what I'm talking about. In the dating realms, y'all. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So now, if it's like that in your relationship, maybe y'all open or poly or whatever the fuck. It's so many titles and shit. But relationships is all about agreements, y'all. That's what you got to understand. Relationships is about agreements. So you got to just think about what type of agreements are men willing to get into. See, too many people are focused on a projection of what they think these things are. As soon as women hear poly, they think sexually. They think that the man is actually having sex with all of these different women. Let me be very clear. There are women out here who need a good man, who their traumas, their upbringing, their desires or lack of causes them to not even want to have sex. Right? So who's their men? oh, they need to only get one man. And he's like, well, shit, you know my only woman, so what's up? Let me get that. So those are sometimes the type of women who are totally open to poly. Like, you're gonna be here for everything that I need, my support, my love, this, that, and that. But you're not tripping if I don't want to have sex because you have other women. I'm with that because that's what the only thing that keeps me from wanting to be in relationships, because niggas always just trying to jump up and down on me. And nobody can focus on my growth and development or getting me to the next level in life. Right? So you got to understand that everything ain't always what we think it is. And instead of looking at why we think individual is doing something, look at what it is that they're actually agreeing to do. Because I'm gonna say most women who are saying that they would never be in a poly relationship, those are usually the women whose men cheat on them. Those are usually the women that their relationships end because of infidelity, because the man knows that he can never share with her what he just went through, what he was thinking, what he was desiring. There's been times where I've met a woman and I've desired a woman and I'm looking at her and I'm thinking this and that. And so later on that night, I'll share that shit with my woman. I will tell her, like, man, I was looking at so and so today. And I mean, like, I don't even be woo woo, but I just kept like, damn, like, yo, woo, woo, woo. And sometimes she'll be like, oh, okay, well, let me just let you know, woo, 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 woo. This is how she think. This is how she move. This is how she. And let me be very clear, not in a hating manner, in a manner of like, just so you know, because I know how you are about these things. Like, and it's kind of like pulling my coattails sometimes to where I'd be like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, because sometimes it is just what you see. It's attraction, right? And that's what I call the unknown attraction. The unknown attraction, which is what causes a lot of people to end up in relationships, because it's the attraction that brings people together. That is not the attraction that keeps you together. That's the attraction for the curiosity. And then you engage with this person in whatever manner that you choose to. This is why people used to date for a while, because it's like, nah, before we get to fucking, let's hang out. Let me see you out in public. Let me see how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you are in a public setting, this and that. And you can see the mannerisms, and they either gonna turn you off, like, oh my goodness, okay, I didn't know you acted like that, thought like that, moved, or they're gonna turn you on. And it's like, okay, I like that shit. Yeah, motherfucker polite, you know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, woo, woo, woo. And then you get past the unknown attraction, and now I'm really getting to see who you are. And then there's the actual attraction. Those are two different attractions. But a lot of us, we get that unknown attraction, and both of us have it, and we think that that is chemistry. We think that's chemistry. Unknown attraction is not chemistry. It is an agreed upon phenomenon. It's an agree, like, I'm feeling you, you feeling me. Oh shit, that's it. Let's come together into a symbiotic relationship to see if this is something that can work. Because in a symbiotic relationship, I'm going to be taking something from you, and I want to offer you something, and you're going to take something from me, and you're going to offer me something. And for it to be a successful symbiotic relationship, what you're giving and what I want has to match. And a lot of us don't really understand this. And we think that the actual unknown attraction that we both are establishing and agreeing on is chemistry. And from that, it's such a strong chemistry, we're meant to be together. No, you're not. You're meant to now start to investigate one another in whichever ways that you all see fit. Some do it sexually, some do it socially, some do it, you know what I'm saying, in so many different areas or ways and venues. And then once you get past that, then you know if the true attraction still lies. That's when you start putting on the gas. That's when you start but see, we've been lost to this. Most of us don't understand this. And that unknown attraction kicks in, boom, we feel like it's chemistry. We come together, we get nasty, them endorphins and dopamine is released. That shit feel good and it rewards all of our systems. And boom, we think we love and in love with these people. And we start in a relationship and have to learn a lesson. And a lot of us remain there, even when it becomes clear, oh, this ain't what I want. Because now, how do I save face? How do I come back and be like, this ain't what I want, this is what I thought I was? And that's where all the toxic shit comes in at. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the toxic shit comes in at. Whether people do toxic shit to try to get the other people away from them, because they think that this will get you away, but sometimes they don't know that they actually, symbiotic wise, that's what the other person wants. See, and so all of these dynamics come into play, and we know what comes from all of that. But let me be very clear. Polygyny, it gives you the ability to separate these things. It gives you the ability to have an attraction to somebody and make that known and have time where y'all can start to initiate with one another and talk and conversate. It don't have to be no sex because this individual has somewhere that they already has access to those things. See? So now you can actually gain a friendship, you can gain a relationship, you can gain a bond. And if an attraction is gained and you want to move into it, you know this person's integrity level. Because at that point, you probably should have already had conversations about where they at, what they doing, how it's moving, how it's operating, how their mate feels about what's going on. All of these different questions that would and probably should come up, and they can be addressed. And they could be, you know what I'm saying? And with what's that shit? Like everything is open, everything is seen, everything is, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the part that I see a lot of people who are saying that they poly, that I'm like, yeah, transparency, I think that they leaving out. It's like it's a lot of details of what's going on and how it's going on that the other person doesn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Do you live with this person? Does this person have kids with you? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all married? Are y'all, you know what I'm saying, actively together? Are y'all, you know what I mean? And it's like it adds a lot of mess when people are really saying, I'm going through situations and I'm trying to juggle multiple relationships. That's not the same thing as poly. Now, is it poly as far as dating? Yeah, but are you poly as far as the culture goes? Nah, not really. And so you should just say, I'm dating multiple people. That's not poly. It's not the same thing, y'all. And so, you know, those are just some of the dynamics. And to become an actual man who operates openly with integrity in a poly capacity, yo, it's a power to that. It's a power to that. You know what I'm saying? It's honesty, it's respect, it's integrity, it's openness and transparency, it's protection, it's equality. It's actually giving the women in our community what they're supposed to have. Because another thing about what I've noticed about poly men that I respect, because let me say it's all type of different people, is the poly men that I respect are the type of men who respect women and will assist and guide and do these things even if we're not sleeping with the women. Like that's not a necessity for you to be a friend or a colleague or around us in any capacity. Like we do this because this is what we do. And usually that has something to do with how and or why we became poly in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's levels to it, you know, but I just wanted to invite women to, like, you don't have to be poly. You know what I'm saying? When we speaking about how we feel, we're not asking you, I would never. I'm like, okay, that's another no on the way to my yeses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a lesson, you're a statistic, right? So that doesn't interest me, right? But my thing is, I do think that we deserve more respect than is given. One, for our honesty. Two, for our support of y'all. Whether you poly or not, there are women who are profiting or becoming protected, guided for, fed, educated, did whatever it is by somebody in a proper manner. And you should big up that individual that put your sister in a better place, right? Also, I have noticed in my over 30 years, about 30 years of being poly, that in the Black community, with our women specifically, our women are some of the largest celebrators and supporters of the LGBTQ community. And I say to myself, I find it very um, disappointing when I hear all of these women in my community support, celebrate, protect, big up that community. But when it comes to poly men, poly Black men specifically, we are torn down, disrespected, disregarded. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me because we are literally on your team. We're voting for you. We're providing for you. I don't mind you celebrating them. I don't mind you, you know what I'm saying, supporting them, but I would ask for the equal amount of support when we are supporting you more than they are. Peace, my baby. You all right? Yeah. You know, so that's just some views and some tools and some things that I wanted to just share for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the post and I was like, damn, like, it's amazing to me how they tear down, or it seems to be that they'll tear down um men who find their power, who realize their power. Because that's what it really is. You realize your power. That's what you're really doing. You realizing your power when you become poly. And you exercising in that power. You know what I'm saying? If a woman can leave her family and go and move and leave her children and her husband and all of this behind to go and fulfill her life dream of doing something and being something and start a whole new everything and be celebrated when a man does that, he a deadbeat, he ain't shit, he abandoned. It's like, yo, we got to start balancing out these views on who and what is acceptable and why and when is it acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like anybody leaving and going and doing what's great for them is a good thing. But I also feel like there's a potential side effect to that. And it's the same thing for men and for women. And those side effects are clear and can be spoken about. But the response to them is different. Because I was thinking about this the other day and I was like, man, if I was just to be like, you know what? I'm about to tell the mother of my children she can't see my babies no more. And would give all of the reasonings that y'all give when the women stops letting, y'all would be like, what? You sound crazy. But when women do it to men, it's celebrate. I know that's right, girl. Until he learn to respect you, he don't need to see them kids. Man, my baby mama disrespects the shit out of me. That ain't got nothing to do with her relationship with our fucking babies. If she want to disrespect me, that's how the fuck she feel. There's been times where I've been upset, I've been mad, I felt some type of way, and I've disrespected her. What the fuck that got to do with our children? You understand what I'm saying? And the ways that we start to look at things and the ways that we start to approach things and use one thing to act like it means another. No, 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 it's a disservice, it's wrong, and it's not acceptable, whether it's done to women or men. You know, I don't care what me and my baby mama go through. That ain't got nothing to do with our children. And I'm glad that the mother of my other children has started to finally realize that. You know what I'm saying? Even though them is older, and so these are younger, so it's like good. I'm glad that this is solidified at a younger age, so they don't have to go through that. Because the only traumas, when I was talking to my older daughter, the only traumas that she has is the traumas of when she was separated from her father. That's what she told me. That's the only traumas I got of what I went through, how I couldn't, because like I always had my dad to go and say, hey, dad, this, 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 this. And for all of this time, I didn't. And I was like, damn. And so now, this what I'm about to say, it actually happened and it was actually real, but you got to understand the dynamics that all of this was coming out in, okay? So before I say what I said, I'm going to give you the backdrop. The backdrop was I'm sitting with all my children and we're talking. We're laughing, we're joking, we're having fun. Let me just be very clear. Because when I say what I say, it's going to be like, are you, that's your response to that? But, okay, so in all of that, we're talking and I'm talking about how I'm proud of all my children and I'm happy and I'm just going around this and this and that. And I said, so look, let me ask y'all a question. Is there anything, because y'all know I do healing works and I help the community through da 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 da. And I said, so I want to know because most of the women and some of the men that I come into contact with, they have went through this, they've been violated, they've been this, they did before the age of blah blah blah. So I have to ask, and I would hope that all of y'all would just be open and honest with me. Is there anything that occurred in y'all lives that you feel like traumatized you, that you feel like was something that you've been hiding all of this time, but this was really stressful for me, this was this, you know what I'm saying? You open and share this, that. And so, you know what I'm saying? Most of them was like, no, woo, woo. So my oldest daughter was like, well, there is something. And just when she said that, my heart, before I even heard it, my heart was like, oh. And I was so scared of what I was about to hear. And so she says that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, when I was taken from around you and mom was hiding us from you and da 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 da. And I heard her out and I let her finish. And I said, damn, I never knew that. But I'm so glad that it happened on your mama's watch and not mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any traumas that happened, that's on her. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we all started laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to say that first. Like that's fun. But like, nah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Laughing, but very serious. Like, I'm trying to protect you from the traumas. And the only traumas that you had was when you were not around me, was when you didn't have me as that protector, as that, you know what I'm saying, come and just lay in my arms or in my bed or whatever and cry or whatever it might be that you needed your father for. You know what I mean? And so that's another thing that just be on my heart that I be like looking at when women and men be going through these issues back and forth and they start to utilize the children as leverage. And it's like, you're not hurting the child. I mean, excuse me, you're not hurting the parent. Like, you are, but it's not, the damage that you're doing to the parent is like 7%. The damage you're doing to the child is like 30 to 50%. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like you're doing more damage to the child than you are to the parent. And a lot of women don't want to hear it, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and turn me off. You don't know what yeah, I don't care. I don't care. You're using it as an excuse because you mad at him and that's a way to get back at him. Especially if a motherfucker is trying to see their children. We got so many, let me be clear. I have heard a rumor that we got a lot of black men in this community that do not want to see, take care of, or acknowledge their children. I've heard that rumor for a long time in this community. And then I started having children. I started being part of this community and I started being part of the backdoor conversations of what is going on in this community. And I've come to realize that, that's not as abundant as people say it is. That's not as abundant as people say it is. A lot of y'all women, you know what I'm saying? You be mad if you want to, but a lot of y'all women are using it as an excuse and using the children for leverage, using the children for revenge, using the children for pain. And it's on the men that want to be fathers in those children's lives, but don't want to fuck with you no more. I don't want to talk to you no more. Don't want to have nothing to do with you anymore. But my children, fuck you mean? I'm their daddy, and I'm here, and I'm ready to come pick them up. I'm ready to take care of them. You talking about your rent ain't paid? Don't worry about it. I got a house. I got a couple houses. We can put them in some rooms. You can send them over here. Huh? Oh, no, you ain't with that? Because what? You don't have a reason. But no, it ain't going to happen. Okay, cool. All right. Or even worse, nah, you can't see them. Nah, you can't be in their lives. Nah, you can't. Wait, why? Because until you learn to respect me, bitch, fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck your punk ass little brother. Fuck your motherfucking whole ass little sister. Fuck. They ain't got to respect your family to see their kids. Now, if we can approach this civilly, right? You go your way, I go my way, and it ain't fuck your family. My baby just had a birthday party 2 days ago. And when I say that, my baby enjoyed the fuck out of herself. And do you know who was in this house? It was me. It was my woman. And it was my ex's mama, my ex's sister, my ex's sister's best friend, my ex's little son, my ex's two daughters. This is all of my daughter's family. They should be here. See what I'm saying? We need to end these things civilly. If you don't want to be with them, they don't want to be with you. Okay, fuck it. You mad about what they did? Yep, me too. They mad about what you did or how you responded. Okay, cool. And then we can talk shit over that every time we see each other every few months. Fuck it. We go sit down, have tea, sip something, talk about how you ain't shit and how you ain't shit. And fuck it. If you feel like you need to get some of that other shit off, get a room, get that shit off, whatever the fuck, and keep going on about your business. Leave the fucking babies out of whatever the fuck is going on, because this is their this is their upbringing. A lot of people are not realizing this is the formulation of how they see the world moving forward. And when you start to separate their protections, when you start to separate the things that they can recognize and that they can feel like they're part of the world because this person's just like me. Fuck if you don't like them. They're just like them. There's similarities and there's things that's there that helps with their self-esteem, that helps with their projections, that helps with their mindset moving forward, that they gonna talk to their mom about certain things and then hey Pop, listen, I want to talk to you about it. And they need both of them, regardless of how you feel about the other person. And when you can master that, then you can master your relationship with God. Wait, what? Oh, a lot of y'all might not be aware of this, but the babies are the closest thing that you will ever come into contact with in human form while in your body to God. Wait, what? The babies is the greatest. And a lot of us are receiving relationships with gods, and we are ruining those relationships. And then later in life, we wonder why our relationships with God ain't right. Your relationship with God ain't right. It probably has something to do, rooted in something back to your children. Go and fix the relationship with your children if you want to fix your relationship with God. A lot of y'all do ancestral venerations. Y'all put food on that altar. Y'all put drinks on that altar. Y'all put water on the altar. Y'all put toys on that altar. Y'all put chocolates on that altar. And y'all tell the baby, shut the fuck up talking to me. Get the fuck away from me. What the fuck I tell you? All of this shit. The babies is the closest thing to God. And what you're supposed to do is keep that remembrance in them until they become what we call in the human form adults. Until the godhood comes into play. See, a lot of us have this misconstrued idea of what it means to be parents. Like these children belong to you. Foolish mortal. These children don't belong to you. These children are your attempt to fix your mistakes, are your attempt to right your wrongs, are your attempt to get right what you could not in the time that you had it. And you are supposed to guide these individuals into their godship. This is why, like, it's crazy to me that people become adults and then they run around talking to each other and telling each other to heal themselves and realize they power and realize they gods and realize they have the power of this, that, and the other. But they tell their babies, no, shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna do shit. You can't have shit. Don't ask me shit. Wait, what the fuck? When did they go from that to that? Why are you not teaching these little ones? Yeah, they God. Yeah, they can get whatever they want when they do what the order of mathematics precedes for that. Because even as gods on this planet, as adults, do we not know that there's an order for everything? There's a mathematical order for everything. I don't care who or what it is in this world that you want to be, there's a mathematical order for it. There's a formulation that's all laid out, period. I don't give a fuck. I promise you that. The question is, do you have what it takes, or are you willing to do what it takes to execute those orders to become that? And the majority have been taught that you cannot, do not, or don't have the ability to become what you already are. We're miseducated from what? Children. We're taught these third dimensional shapes, triangles and squares and circles. And you know what this is giving us the idea of? Building in the physical. Building in the physical, man, that shit is not elementary. That's high school shit. You know it's elementary? That motherfucking thing that I can barely pronounce. Tetrahydrazine, tetrahydra, the motherfucking, yeah, all of them multi-dimensional fractals. That shit is elementary. How? Hold on. Okay. If these motherfucking babies just came from, people be like, you lose us as viewers because all your cuss. And I'd be like, yeah, that's because I'm from the grassroots. Yeah, I'm dropping some heavy ass science for those of us who down here, so they can catch on real quick. Be like, wait a minute, I'm catching that shit. So if our motherfucking babies just came to this planet 3-4 years ago, you know what that means? They just had what we would refer to what is symbolical to a psychedelic trip 3-4 years ago. When was your last 10-gram trip? Because theirs was 3 or 4 years ago. But hold on. Since then, they've been integrating daily their trip. Boom. The minute they got here into this body, they shut the fuck up for 9 months to a year to integrate this shit. And some of them are so fucking powerful and have brought back so much shit that they still not even being verbally responsive to other motherfuckers because they're still integrating. And they give those babies names and they give them special places and all of that, which is cool as long as you don't block their growth and development, because they're integrating a super psychedelic trip. All right, here we go. So now not only are you integrating this, but you're integrating it into a new body, a new mind, and a new state of existence. And your gatekeeper is your parent. So, what does this individual do? Do they strengthen your courage and your curiosity and engage you and encourage you to go deeper into the dark? As Baba Kalinde said, I'm not going into the dark waiting on my eyes to adjust to the so I can look for the light. I'm waiting on them to adjust so I can go deeper into the darkness. Something like that. I might have chopped it up a little bit, but the point is that we're going deeper into the curiosity. Now, okay, that's deep enough. I'm sure I'm ready to come out. No. I want to encourage you to go deeper. I want to encourage you to strive to be more. Has that not been what every generation has done as we move forward? Is not the chick who be doing flips and all of this shit, and they got flips and shit named after her now. The Olympics is like making rules up because she's superhuman and she stay in the air for like 10 seconds and be like, and then land. So we got to be like, okay, you can only stay in the air for 7 seconds. I don't know what the fuck going on, but like if you think about when the Olympics started, could any of them bras do what the fuck she doing now? No. Could Jackie Joyner Kersey do what little Shakara do what she doing now? No, because every generation gets better, gets stronger, gets wiser. And so now, as parents, a lot of us are a little bit concerned because now it's like, well, AI is getting better, but you seem to just be enthralled in sitting and wasting away. But who am I? Because our parents said something about us and technology, and look what we did with it. Look what we did with it. People can hate on Elon Musk all they want. But when I look at Elon Musk and everything he's doing, I'm going, he literally is taking every fucking thing that we did as children and is doing it as adults. I remember going out and shooting rockets off into the air, and then they had parachutes and they would land. And some of us would try to catch them, and they'd be like, nah, because it'd be hot. And then it'd be like, nah, it's got enough time. And it would be cool, right? I remember making blowtorches out of gas cans and high wire hangers and all of this, right? I remember little cars, electrical cars that we put on the thing. You put yours there, yours red, mine's blue, and then we squeeze the trigger, and it go around the track fast as shit. And like, yo, it was like, oh, I need a car that's like this for real. Like, all of the shit Elon Musk is doing right now is all of the shit we were literally doing as children. He's just saying, let's actually materialize this as an adult because he thinks differently. He has what they call it Asperger's, right? So they have all these different names for the minds and the way that these children who are saying, I'm not going to fall into your direction of how I'm supposed to think and move. I'm supposed to follow, sit down in a room for 3 to 8 hours a day. And yeah, what's up, baby?
Can I watch Demon Hunters?
Yes. Ask Pat if she'll put it on for you.
I want to watch down here.
Oh, you want to watch it down here? No, not yet. But after I get off live.
Okay.
And it's almost time for me to go off. So if we start to so Elon, he got Asperger's, and they give all of these names to these children who will not go along with the flow. They won't be those kids that will build their next factory. Here's a triangle, and here is a square, and here is a circle, and this is what you could build, and this is what you could do. No, he's seeing fractals, and he's seeing patterns, and he's seeing motivation and inspiration and things that he likes and he's interested in, and he turns all of this into what he does, and he turns all of that into money because he was taught that, well, you need to have money to survive out here. And like when you teach these children certain things, they'll take those things, and you're the whole time like, you know what I'm saying? You got to think of how his parents probably looked at him. He's out here making blow torches. And like, if you think about when you was listening and hearing about him early on, he seemed like a big ass kid. And it was like, well, that's what made him a billionaire, because that's what all of us want to do, is get back to that kid in us when it was okay. Why was it okay? Because that's the most honest place that we've been, where our creativity and what we wanted to do was okay. Like when kids are making believe and they're in their imaginary zone, they're actually in their magical realms. And we teach them and bring them out of that. See, learn to get back into magic, and you'll know you need to actually be trying to be like them. Yes, love.
Can I play with my puzzle?
Can you play with your puzzle?
Mushrooms.
Yeah. We're not here to teach them, they're here to teach us. That's why we got old enough to be able to understand before they were given to us. Flip it around. No, you can't, baby seven. Not right now. So flip that around. Learn to understand that. They're here for us. They're here to teach us. They're here to educate us. That's why we got old enough to understand them first. This is also why, closing, the relationship between mothers and daughters and fathers and sons are not supposed to be solid until later. Literally, no, baby seven, leave her alone. Unless she says you can. That's hers. Find you something to do. You have your own toys. Sons are supposed to be around their grandfathers, and daughters are supposed to be, and I'm speaking culturally with the suppose, no shame spaces. Culturally, daughters are with the grandmothers, and sons are with the grandfathers, because the children just came from a place where the grandparents are about to go and they have knowledge for them. And the grandparents have knowledge for where the children are going, and they have knowledge for them. And it can be imparted at that time because it's been processed correctly. As parents, our knowledge and wisdom is too strong. It needs to be diluted through the grandparents so they're getting it in the right way. That's why the relationship between mothers and daughters and fathers and sons a lot of time gets strained in the teenage years, because they really not supposed to be around you until then. Okay, they were supposed to be learning these wisdoms and learning how to engage with you properly from the grandparents. And then once they start getting to those ages where they come around the women and the men, we all engage them as that. And the parent, the father around the sons, is in that group of men, the dominant for that child. See? So he's learning men, period. But when it comes to specific things, hey, Dad, can I ask you a question? Why do we, see? Okay. And then same with the women and the societal and the mom. Hmm? So even if for whatever reason the mom or the dad is away, the societal figures are still there, right? And so this continues on, and this is where the idea of elders come from. See, that's what they mean when they say that. They with the elders. The elders is with the children. The children is with the elders. Like they helping them usually up until like 13. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes younger for the boys, but for the girls, usually, you know what I'm saying, 13 and 14, right? So that way you needed something, she got it. You need something to be handed, she got. Same with the boys, but you know, with the boys, you know, the elder men, it's a little different, but those aspects of, and you know, those ones who can't pass their rites of passages, go take care of the elder men. See, you the boys who ain't passing their rites of passage, you go and come here, boy, give me that. Come here, boy, give me that. You be 30 years old. Come here, boy, give me that. So that way in the village, you even as a woman, when you see him and you kind of interested and you looking and you smile at him, he smile at you, and then you hear somebody say, come here, boy, give me that. And she like, oh, he's still referring. Now, of course, they don't call it boy in those villages. They have a name for those individuals who didn't go through their right or pass their rites of passages, initiations, and going to rites of passages. And so that is her way of knowing, like, not saying like you can't be with him, but just know like you picking somebody who is not respected as that what is respected in that community. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody knows their place and where they stands because they're aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just wanted to put that out there. You know, few little jewels as we call them. You know, my videos be kind of long. They start off kind of goofy, and then as the microdose kick in, I go and drop some real jewels. So I hope I drop some things on y'all that y'all enjoyed or that y'all feel like y'all could take forward. You know what I'm saying? But one last thing. I was talking to one of my partners this morning, my man's Ghost, and we were discussing the babies. And I was telling him that one time I was at one of my partner's house, and his child did something like spill some juice or something that I would have been on my chill, like, why, what I tell you, da-da-da. And I said, and he said, I was watching to see how he responded. And he looked at his child, huh? Not right now, baby. I'm on the live, baby. Okay. And he looked at his child and he says, that's something a 3 or 4 year old would do. And I was like, what? He looked at me, he said, you know what I'm saying? That's something a 3 or 4 year old would do. What could I expect? You know what I'm saying? You still trying to get your motor skills down. And it just fucked me up because I had always been one of those stern type of parents, quote unquote. And I said, how is it that you sit around grown men that have been on the planet for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and if they knock over a beer or they knock over a juice or something, you'd be like, oh man, don't worry about that. Oh man, come on, leave that. Don't worry about it. I get that, man. I get the towel. Don't worry about it. Hey, get the towel. Woo, 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 right? It's cool as hell. But then a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old knock over a couple of juices. Hey, what I tell you? That's why I told you to sit out. And you be like they literally been on the planet for 3 years. Like, motherfucker, I don't even have my motor skills yet. And you like talking to me like I'm a soldier, but you sitting with somebody who's supposed to be a soldier and you like celebrating them and shit. And I said, yo, I got to switch that up. And I got to start talking to my partners the way I talk to my babies and talk to my babies the way I talk to my women, right? Not even my partners, but my women, right? More sensitive. Like, why am I, like every time I give, hey, well, it's a 3-year-old, that's a 4-year-old, that's a 5-year-old. Like, why the fuck are we talking to our children like they've been on the planet for 20, 30, 40 years? But when somebody around us, 30, 40 years old, do something stupid, we don't chop into their ass like that. Now I'm like, nope, I'm chopping to adults like that. Hey, man, what the fuck? Why would you grown as hell? That's why I keep telling y'all stop putting damn bottles on the damn floor. Tables are for glasses. Why you keep putting shit on the floor? I'll say that shit now. Like some of y'all who've been in the house, when y'all spill some shit, y'all know I'll say that. It ain't like, oh, we about to fight or I don't like you or nothing. But like I had to start being more aggressive with adults so I can balance that shit out to like really balance it out. Like, do I need to be talking to anybody like that? Right? Do I need, especially the babies, because they the closest thing to God. So reprogram yourself. That's something a 3-year-old would do. That's something a 4-year-old would do. That's even violations. That's something the 4-year-old would do. That's something the 5-year-old would do. Do they deserve physical abuse? Because how much physical abuse are you taking for punishments that you, like when you say, yeah, I'll take that. I did that. You right. I apologize. Okay. All right. Well, let me whoop your ass. Wait, what? What you mean, what? Let me whoop your ass. If you're an adult and you did some shit, you violated me, you disrespected me, you broke something in my, whatever it might be, and I feel some type of way, can I whoop your ass? If your answer is no, then why are we whooping the baby's ass? We not getting physical abuse. We not getting people hitting us for, well, some of y'all are. Huh? Listen, man, I ain't judging nobody, man. I learned to stay in my lane. But that's because you chose to be. The babies, they didn't choose. They didn't choose. They didn't say, if you take care of me, you pay my bills and all of that, then I'll accept that shit. Some of y'all, let me be very clear. I ain't even, oh, you hoe ass dude and all. No, she whoop her kids. Shit, why he can't whoop her? He whoop her for the same shit she whooped the kids for. I take care of you. I'm your this and that and your authority. You're not finna talk to me like that. And you're not finna do this. And when I tell you to do it, do something, you do it. You take that same language out of the woman's mouth after she just whooped that child, put it into the man's mouth, unpause after he takes his hand off of her, press play, and tell me what's the difference. Oh my God, 7. Okay, stop. See, this is why nobody like you. But all I'm saying is stop me when I'm lying. And with that being said, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all know how I do. Y'all want to hear more? Y'all want to kick it? Holler at me. But other than that, tell somebody you love them in the language that they can understand it in. Sometimes as children, that's just being a safe space. Peace.